No, not this year. No, he's for this year's team. Yeah. Or last school year. He's not on this squad. He's under 20. Hello everybody and welcome to Home Patrick, home of Skerries Rugby Club, for this Energia conference game between Skerries and MU Barnhall. You're very welcome from wherever you're watching. Myself and Peter Black, this is Leo Turley, and myself and Peter Black are going to guide you through this game here today. We've currently got the teams up. This is the Skerries team. Number 2, Con Larry, Johnny Sherman. Then we've the Mulvaney brothers, 4, 5 and 6. Paddy Finn, Ben Jenkinson at number 8. Rory Woods at number 9, and the player of the year for Division 2C, Paul O'Loughlin. In the backs we've got Conor Lennox, Colin Doyle, Kevin McGrath, Davy Goodman and a fullback, Oisin McKee. The MU Barnhall team starting today will be Jeff Brooks at number 1, Garrett Murray at number 2 and Dan Jennings at number 3. Ryan Doyle and Dan Murphy in the second row. Shane Sweeney making his first start along with Ryan in the pack for the first team. Paul Nalty at 7 and our captain Tom McKeown at number 8. Will Riley at number 9, Adam Chester at 10, and then our backs, outside backs, Conor Lacey, Darren Hudson, Sean Higgins, Luke Mellett and Owen Quinn. Skerries have chosen to play with the wind in the first half, playing towards the sea on this fantastic new facility they have here in Skerries on a 4G pitch. The ball has been taken up there by Luke Mellett, who's made a fantastic break. Paul Nalty out to Ryan Doyle, carrying in his first start for the first team. Darren Hudson setting it up in the middle of the field. Paul Nalty, strong carry by Paul. Will Riley and a penalty for Barnhall. Skerries going over the top. Quickly taken by Dan Murphy into the 22. So ball is turned over by Barnhall. Dan a little bit isolated there, unfortunately, after making a great break. But a very positive start by Barnhall in the first couple of minutes of this game. Paul O'Loughlin hasn't found touch. Barnhall guys kind of letting it hop. Probably the wrong thing to do. Luke Mellett on the ball again. A very, very strong run again by Luke. That's twice now he's carried early in this game. Will Riley out towards Tom McKeown. Working it out the back line now. Darren Hudson, who this year has come on board as player coach as well as being an outstanding centre. Ball is intercepted by McGrath for Skerries. Working hard on the ground. Ruck set up. Skerries have been doing a lot of kicking in their pre-match warm-up, and they can see it straight away. They're looking for territory. Paul O'Loughlin, as I mentioned, Player of the Year for Division 2C last season. Skerries had a fantastic year up until when the leagues were all cancelled back in March. And this, remarkably, is their first game back since March. Their two earlier competition games in this were called off. Will Riley out to Conor Lacey. Flag up on this side. Line out for Skerries on the 10-metre line. Skerries have called a 5-man line out. Our referee today is John Flynn from Blackrock Rugby Football Club. Con Murray, one of the more experienced players on the Skerries team, throws it in. Woods out to O'Loughlin again. A strong carry there by one of the Mulvaney brothers. And again, more kicking from Skerries. Chance for Owen Quinn to show his feet. Little knock on there by Barnhall. Scrum to Skerries halfway between the 22 and the 10-metre line. So good early exchanges here between the two teams, testing each other out to see what the other's made of. So an attacking scrum here for Skerries, just 15 metres in from the far touchline. Rory Woods, their scrum half, puts in. Jenkinson, the number 8, passes back out to him. Great hit in the middle by Darren Hudson. I believe Darren's dad is looking in from Rathfarnham this afternoon, so I hope he's enjoyed the couple of hits that Darren has made so far. Adam Chester finds touch on the 10-metre line in the Skerries half. Good kick by Adam, considering I was in the middle of the field, and he's playing against a little bit of a breeze. Unusual that the breeze is blowing towards the sea here. Normally it's coming in off the sea, and by now you wouldn't be able to feel your toes. Line out very well won. Set up now in the middle of the park by the captain, Tom McKeown. Will Riley out to Quinn. Kicked on, played on. Great follow up by Sean Higgins. Adam Chester. Short ball to Paul Nalty in through the gap. Try for MU Barnhall. Fantastic work by all 15 players. Won the line out. Ryan Doyle won the line out. Quick distribution into the centred field where Tom McKeown set up the ball. And then through the hands, Adam Chester set up Paul Nalty for a fantastic try. 5-0 to Barnhall with a little under 5 minutes gone in the first half. Director of Rugby, wearing the TZ bib, Sam Cawley, long-time servant for Barnhall, handing the tee to Adam Chester. Not a bad kick to have for your first one of the match. Adam takes his customary 4 steps back, 2.5 to the left, composes himself. steps up, strikes it well, through the posts, converted by Adam Chester. Paul Nalty try, converted by Adam Chester. Barnhall 7, Skerries 0. Great start by Barnhall so far, playing some nice rugby, adjusting to the 4G pitch and the conditions here. Paul O'Loughlin drops off, ball is allowed hop and goes into touch just inside the 22. It'll be a Barnhall line out with we've actually got a change, I think. Cathal Duff is actually starting at hooker, so a late change on the Barnhall starting 15. Cathal Duff has come in for Garrett Murray, so I don't know if that was an injury or a tactical change, but it's happened anyway. Well taken by Dan Murphy, rising highest. Lifters kept him solid underneath that. Will Riley shaping up as if he's going to box kick, which he does. The chasers are there. Darren Hudson again, excellent follow up. Kick is only as good as your chasers, and that's fantastic work by Darren Hudson. Good tackle over there on the far side, can't see who that is, but Barnhall have turned it over again. Brilliant defensive work by Barnhall. So following the line out, well taken by Dan Murphy. We're now in a good position on the halfway line. Adam Chester should find touch, which he does just outside the 22. There's as you can see from some of the flags in front of us, there is a strong breeze, as I alluded to earlier on, blowing down the field. So Cathal Duff is going to prepare for this 5-man line out. Gone to the back, touched on. We've referees playing an advantage for a knock on from Skerries. So following that line out, a very good attacking scrum for Barnhall, about 5 metres outside the 22, 15 metres in from the far touchline. Plenty of scope out here for the speedsters, Owen Quinn and Conor Lacey. Will Riley about to put in. Strong, solid scrum by Barnhall. Straight to number 12. Darren Hudson again. Beats the first man. Offloads to Sean Higgins. Picked up by Paul Nalty. Tom McKeown there in support. Will Riley out to Dan Murphy. Again, we managed to control the ball at the back of the ruck, just about. Paul Nalty gone the roundabout way towards the try line. Will Riley, good quick distribution of the ball. Little bit sloppy. Sean Higgins gets down, secures the ball. Well done, Sean Higgins. By the way, we are going to be biased towards MU Barnhall in this commentary. Will Riley out to Adam Chester, crossfield kick. Conor Lacey, yes, Conor Lacey has got it, and Conor, fantastic covering tackle by number 14, Davy Goodman on the Skerries side. Conor had a great opportunity to extend Barnhall's lead, but again, great vision by Adam Chester to see Conor out here on the left wing. Skerries win the line out cleanly and try to work it out through their number 5, Tom Mulvaney. Back to Paul O'Loughlin. Slight slice of the ball, but that has now nearly hit our commentary position here. Peter was going to get onto the insurance company there a second ago, I think.
Nearly took my head off.
Peter doing what he does best, shielding me from the wind and the balls.
Trying to say I'm fat.
So, Cathal Duff going to throw in to this line out. The numbers referee John Flynn has just asked a little bit more clarity at line out time from MU Barnhall. So We start again. Clean take by Paul Nalty at the back of the scrum. Barnhall set up a rolling maul, 15 metres in from touch. Will Riley out to Adam Chester. Chester straight onto Sean Higgins. Sean Higgins broke 2 tackles to get in 5 metres from Skerries line. Distributed out. Will Riley again. Quick ball. This is a great platform for MU Barnhall to get in for their second try, which they have. And it looks like Dan Murphy is on the score sheet. Yes, he seems to be getting the congratulations. I hope his mum and dad down in Barntown, down in Wexford, enjoyed that. He was telling me beforehand you'd be tuning in, so that's one for you guys. So Barnhall now go into a 12-0 lead with about 11 minutes gone in the first half. Will Riley coming up to assist Adam Chester with the kick, just to make sure that the ball will be in the correct position and giving him an opportunity to add the conversion. Tricky kick for a right-footed kicker. Just let Adam get set for this. Young Connor Turley there with young Brian Leach. We wait for the reaction from the touch judges, and it's gone over off the left hand post. Great kick by Adam. 14-0 to Barnhall. About 12 minutes gone. So Barnhall have made a fantastic start. In fairness to Skerries, as I said earlier on, this is their first game of the season. I know they played a couple of J1 competitions and some of the players did get a knockout, but it's very difficult, especially Barnhall are coming off 2 very good competitive games against Naas and Greystones. Play is stopped now. There's a Skerries man after going down heavily and just getting assistance from their medical team. Unfortunately, that doesn't look good from our vantage point here, so we'll just let the medics do their work.
Show that on screen.
We have a few of the locals are taking a few of the vantage points. Unfortunately, spectators are not allowed into the games, but there's a small piece of ground whereby they can have a look in over the wall, and I'm sure it's friends and family, etc. Just want to give a bit of a shout out to a couple of different people. First of all, we mentioned earlier on about Ryan Doyle. Ryan is with our under 20s, a good young lad, fantastic Barnhall mini and youth player through the years. His mum Camille is very involved with the committees and the underage section of our club, and believe it or not, Ryan's Granny Byrne is watching the game today, watching Ryan play for the first time. Well, she's definitely watching him first time live on YouTube. So Granny Byrne, you're very, very welcome today.
Welcome, Granny Byrne.
We also want to give a shout out to another great Barnhall man and a part of a great Barnhall family, Philly Caldwell. Philly, hope you're doing well, Chief, and look after yourself. There's good roads ahead for you, okay? So we're all thinking about you and giving you a shout out today. So unfortunately, number 4 is Jim Mulvaney has gone off. It may be a head injury, because thankfully he's walking off of his own validity anyway, so hopefully nothing too serious for Jim, but he'll be certainly a loss for Skerries in the line out. Certainly he's about 6'4", 6'5". Scrum for Barnhall on our own 22. Will Riley puts in. Good push by Skerries, but Barnhall again go to the boot. Owen Quinn breaks through a couple of would-be tacklers. tackled just short of halfway. Don't touch him, the referee said. No indication from the referee yet. Will Riley plays it out the back. Short ball. Shane Sweeney. Man also making his first full start for Barnhall senior team today. Shane, who took, shall we say, a sabbatical last year and is now back playing, and great to see him back. A shout out to his parents back in Maynooth, hopefully watching in today. Great tackle by Shane. Pressure up, Paul Nalty, good tackle. Skerries trying to find holes that are not there in the MU Barnhall defence right now, and that is a fantastic turnover by Sean Higgins, it looks like. Got in and jackled for the ball. McGrath, the Skerries centre, was just isolated, and a change in the laws this year mean that the first man in, you've really only got split seconds to get the ball placed and out of the reach of the jackler. Now Barnhall have a line out just inside the Skerries 22. Cahill Duff with the throw. Plenty of movement, ball's gone to the back. Paul Nalty, clean. Dan Murphy on the break, makes 10 metres. Yeah, and there we go. Slightly isolated. Once the Skerries man was locked on, all he has to do is make that effort for that split second, and unfortunately for Dan, the supporting players didn't get there on time. A little bit unfortunate, but hopefully he'll learn from that for the next time. Paul O'Loughlin clears his lines, brings play up to halfway between the 10 metre line and halfway. Still in the Skerries half. And a Skerries throw in. Slightly overthrown. Picked up by the agile Dan Jennings, rising like a swallow to collect that. Out to Owen Quinn, out to Conor Lacey. Little chip across inside by Con. Will Riley heard the referee saying hold. He did. Ball has been knocked on, I think. No, play on, says the referee. Play on. So again, Barnhall 5 metres out. Skerries defending with all their might, hoping to clear this ball. Let them clear. I think Barnhall are now going to be in a fantastic attacking position just inside the 22. Cahill Duff to throw in. Owen Quinn linking up with Conor Lacey there to create a fantastic opportunity. Back of the line out again. Unfortunately that time just slipped through Paul Nalty's hands. Skerries have shouting, you can hear the calls from all the players now. Kick ahead by Goodman. Davy Goodman with a very good kick ahead. Barnhall take it quick. Slightly ambitious from Adam. Looking for Jeff Brooks. No better man to make a break, but maybe wasn't expecting that. Anyway, referee has called time off and just wants to have a word with them. Just clarifying when to call the numbers for the line out. So Cahill Duff to put in this line out. Paul Nalty again. So Barnhall a little bit lackadaisical there after being warned by the referee. They didn't get their numbers correct. So now we have to defend a free kick, which Skerries have chosen to take a scrum. So just outside the 22, scrum for Skerries. It's probably their best attacking position because they'll be attacking to the left with O'Loughlin at 10 and Doyle and McGrath in the centres. Well done, Will Riley gets out, snags the scrum half. So now Barnhall just have to reset their defence. Skerries set up a ruck midfield. Go left. Out to the replacement. Number 16, who's Kieran Leonard. Out to O'Loughlin again. Out the back to their prop. Watson. Ball is at the back of the ruck. Referee efficient the offside line very well. Barnhall adhering to his commands and instructions. Number 9, Woods. Out to number 6, who's the other Mulvaney brother, James. And I have to say, probably the smallest of them. The other men are very tall players. Ball is bobbling around. Referee said it went backwards. Ruck is formed here right in front of us. Paddy Finn plays it out to Mulvaney. The instructions have been shouted and obeyed by the Skerries pack. Barnhall been warned to stay on side. Great rip. Who was that? Tom McKeown. Fantastic rip by Tom. Unfortunately, the ball is knocked on by Barnhall and there'll be a scrum for Skerries. But Barnhall's defence is holding up very well. They're showing a lot of energy, getting into positions correctly, and amplified by Tom McKeown steal there and rip. Now we're going to have our first water break. The end of the first quarter. Barnhall are leading 14-0. We'll just give you all the time to put the kettle on. Grab yourself something nice to eat for this water break. Welcome back, folks. Back to the beautiful setting in North County Dublin, the little village of Skerries, population 100,000. It used to be a village. So we're going to restart here now with a scrum to Skerries, again in an attacking position.
Maybe the lads will have you on Club Scene podcast, Leo.
Who knows? Skerries have a very stacked blindside on this particular scrum, leaving the open side with just their winger Goodman and McKee. McKee changes direction, looking at moving to the left, which they do. O'Loughlin, flat pass out to his centre partner Kevin McGrath. Strong feet, strong carry by Mulvaney. O'Loughlin again, straight up the middle. Mulvaney, the other Mulvaney. Number 5 is Tom Mulvaney. Great carry. Skerries shouting for offside, not a hope. Well done, referee. Number 16, Leonard. Good strong carry by him. Out to O'Loughlin again. He carries it into contact. No, it wasn't O'Loughlin.
No, they got it.
Skerries putting on the pressure now. Inside the MU Barnhall 22.
Penalty to come.
Penalty advantage coming. James Mulvaney with a very strong carry. O'Loughlin, flat pass. Takes out 2 or 3 defenders. Chance here for Skerries now. Up to the 5 metre line. Piling the pressure on Barnhall. Paddy Finn, number 7 for Skerries, carrying a couple of times in this movement. Again, they're picking and going, moving towards the left corner flag. They come back in field. Good hit by Ryan Doyle. Dan Murphy is in there as well. Dan Jennings. Referees decided enough was enough. Back for advantage. Penalty for Skerries. I can't see what he's indicating the penalty was for. Not rolling away on the Barnhall defence. So O'Loughlin has decided, we'll go for a touch, 5 metres out. So the referee is going. Oh, we've got another injury there for a Skerries player. He's holding his head, so that will be another head injury possibly for Skerries, who that's 2 of their forwards that have now gone off, unfortunately. So I don't know if it's a cut or it looks like it may be a cut, so we may see him back. Skerries are looking for a replacement, and it looks like also Luke Mellett is injured, so he is replaced by who's that? Shane Rogers. Buck Rogers is on for Barnhall. Joined the club this year from Longford, I believe. So he's gone on the right wing for Luke Mellett. I'm not sure if that's an injury. So the referee, Barnhall are in the red zone here now, so we have to be careful that we're in yellow card territory, so we have to be careful. It was unfortunate because the ball was ripped out, but the attacking player's knees were out on the ground, so the correct decision by the referee in that instance. Now Barnhall need to put a little bit of pressure on the line-out, which they do. Bobbled by Skerries, but yes, they are now in a very good attacking position, about 7 metres out. Hard carry by Finn again. Mulvaney, number 6, carries the ball into contact. They're looking now, the replacement prop that's after coming on there. Number 17, Sam Deering, carries hard to the line. Their other prop with the shock of blonde hair, Vinnie Watson. Out again to Mulvaney. These Mulvaney boys are all over the place.
Well, there's 3 of them.
Well, that's true too. Number 8, Jenkinson, dips into the tackle. So Paul O'Loughlin looking to kick cross field. Rogers just on the field, misreads it, and Skerries left winger. It looks like young Connor Lennox, who of course has ties to MU Barnhall, in that his brother Hugo would have played for MU Barnhall a couple of seasons ago, and Hugo has gone on and been very successful with the Irish Sevens team. So Skerries are back into this match. Skerries are back into it. Connor Lennox with a try after about 25 minutes to bring the score and put Skerries on the scoreboard. But it was a very well worked try. They went over and back, and then Paul O'Loughlin with an inch perfect kick, which unfortunately caught out Shane Rogers. Just probably not on the field long enough, not really to the pace of the game, not really a mistake. O'Loughlin now with the kick has missed it. So after about 25 minutes, I think, it's MU Barnhall 14, and it is Skerries 5. Adam Chester about to restart the game for MU Barnhall. Kicks it to the left a little bit. Number 17, Sam Deering, takes it. Strong carry by Jenkinson. Jeff Brooks with a very good tackle. O'Loughlin to McGrath. Paul Nalty has him in his grasp and has driven him backwards. Great tackle by Paul Nalty. Barnhall applying strong pressure on the Skerries defence, who decide to kick it and clear their lines. Ball has gone out just on halfway by Paul O'Loughlin, using the elements well to clear his lines from the danger area. Barnhall are very much in control of this game now. Once they can retake the momentum and put themselves into an attacking position and try and get the ball wide to the likes of Owen Quinn and Conor Lacey. Dan Murphy with a fantastic catch. Barnhall moving them all to halfway. The ball is in the hands of Will Riley, who plays it out to Adam Chester. Chester, long pass out to Rogers. Rogers looking to break, one tackle, two tackles. Fantastic break. Support is there. Great support by Sean Higgins. Pass by, knock on advantage. Great hands out the back into Paul Nalty. Paul Nalty. Who's that? Advantage is over, says the referee. Barnhall inside the 22. Attacking hard. We've got another penalty advantage. Skerries boys don't like it. It's a free play for Barnhall. Keep it in the hands. That's the call. Sean Higgins out to Owen Quinn. Owen Quinn does magic feet. Beats two defenders. One step. Ball back with Will Riley. Chester. Hard line by Shane Sweeney. Swanee bursting up to the 5 metre line. Adam Chester, long pass, floating pass, out to Nalty. Is he in for his second try? Yes, he is. Paul Nalty, his second try of the game.
That's a man who's playing well today.
That is a fantastic try from MU Barnhall. It went from one side of the field to the other and back. Brilliant patience, great talking from all the players, everybody knowing their detail and their jobs. That's from my cameraman, who should be seen and not heard. Or should see the game and not be heard. But no, in fairness, I've asked Peter to come in with some witty comments now and again.
Peter, they're not working, Leo.
So I think because of the water break, we didn't have the exact time, but it looks like about 30 minutes gone. Barnhall have 3 tries on the board. 3 tries on the board. And we are now looking at Adam Chester eyeing up this conversion. He's 5 metres in from touch over on the far side, so right footed kick. He swings it, great strike. Fantastic kick by Adam. Really strong kick. Puts us 21-5 up. 3 tries already in the bag. I have to say now, that is one of the best kicks I've seen in a long time. 5 metres from the touchline, straight between the posts. Well done, Adam. Of course, Adam is a fantastic cricketer as well. Should have been capped for Ireland a few times. He'd probably tell me he was. Plays, I believe, for the Phoenix Club, who I believe play in the Phoenix Park. That, I believe, is why they're called the Phoenix Club. Yes, there you go. A former Castleknock.
Very good play on words there, Leo.
A former Castleknock College out half. Barnhall have a good number of former Castleknock boys playing with them here today. So, line out for Skerries, just on halfway, just inside the Barnhall half, taken at the back by Skerries. out to their out half. Full back, McKee, flat kick. Owen Quinn made the right decision, let that go out. The bounce, it never came up off the ground. So Barnhall will be happy enough with this position after 32 minutes of play. Cathal Duff is now moving towards this line out. Dan Jennings taking up his customary position at the back of the line out with his blue scrum cap. He gets in. Maul is solid. Barnhall moving forward towards the 10-metre line. That's a penalty advantage coming for Barnhall. They're very strong carry by Cathal Duff, and we will go back for the penalty. Well done, Barnhall. That was a fantastic maul set up, executed, and then, as the referee said, you may have picked it up on the microphone, side entry by Skerries. Four-man line-out called by Barnhall. Paul Nalty, Dan Murphy, the target jumpers. Going to go for, oh, well done, Dan Murphy. Back to Cathal Duff. Dan Murphy. Great offload. Will Riley. Oh, just didn't go to hand. Skerries have a chance to clear their lines, but they're running it. Great break by number 6, James Mulvaney. Slipped on the all-weather. Advantage, I'd say, is over for the knock-on from Will Riley. O'Loughlin out to McGrath. Good step inside, but a good tackle as well by Ryan Doyle. Very good tackle. Referee tells Barnhall to step back. Little dink forward by O'Loughlin. Rogers picks it up, but unfortunately just drops it. And the referee is going to bring it back for the knock-on. It was a strong tackle on Shane Rogers there that dislodged the ball from his grasp, and as a result, Skerries get the scrum. 15 metres in from the far touchline, right on the MU Barnhall 10-metre line. Skerries, in fairness to them, are trying to run the ball at every opportunity, trying to use the advantage of playing on this pitch the whole time to their advantage. Great scrum by Barnhall. Referees decided it's after being wheeled, which, when you're in the ascendancy like that, you'd wonder why Barnhall would want to. So, problem here for Barnhall is you've got to paint the correct picture for the referee, and maybe in whipping it around like that, the referee just saw that it wasn't correct. Oh, the touch judge has decided it got into the corner. I'd say that was 50-50 whether it went straight out in goal or where the touch judge has put up the flag. So Skerries have a 5-metre line out. They're in a great position now to see can they bounce back from that second Paul Nalty try. Mulvaney claims at the front of the line out. Barnhall push back the first attempt of them all. Skerries looking to pick and go. Pass out. Number 6, Mulvaney, slightly isolated. Number 1, Watson. Big strong carry by the big man. Finney Watson with the blonde hair. I doubt he's a natural blonde. That's a great tackle there in the middle of the field by Dan Murphy. Out the back to Finn. Paddy Finn is playing a great game for Skerries at number 7. Little dink through. Number 13, Owen Quinn just guides him out. Well shepherded by Owen Quinn, who looks like he may have hurt himself. Of course, he can diagnose himself because he's studying to be a doctor. But that was really good defensive work by Owen Quinn, who saw the danger and made sure the ball went dead. 22 dropout. Adam Chester, high up into the autumnal sky. Great tackle by Jeff Brooks. Great tackle again. Ryan Doyle. Boys are putting themselves around, making the hard tackles. Little knock on from Skerries. I'd say the referee will blow that up as he does. Jeff Brooks followed the 22 drop out up. Made a fantastic tackle. Followed up by a great tackle by Ryan Doyle. The pressure put on by MU Barnhall. Skerries are not getting a chance to get onto any good quality ball. So scrum for Barnhall. Middle of the park, 10 metres from halfway. Another opportunity for Barnhall's backs to set up a solid attack and a solid platform. Great scrum by Barnhall. Tom McKeown kept it in, kept control of it. Barnhall have certainly made up from the last scrum penalty. Stayed straight, worked hard, got the penalty. And the referee's consistent. He said that Skerries pulled that one and he gave the penalty to Barnhall. Kick by Adam Chester into enemy territory, just inside the 10-metre line in the Skerries half. Barnhall have called a 4-man line out. Tom McKeown, Shane Sweeney, Ryan Doyle out in the back line. Little bit of confusion here with Skerries number 1 figuring out where he should stand. You'd think after 25 years playing rugby he'd know where to stand in the line out. Will Riley, long pass out to Chester. McKeown sets it up for Sweeney, breaks through the middle. Great break by Sweeney. Tackle just inside the 22. Will Riley, Dan Murphy, Dan out the back. Oh, intercepted by Skerries. Play inside. Oh, Lacey, he brought down his arms. Have to make the tackle. Number 12, he's tackled. Sean Higgins, oh, he's going to get pinged there for a high tackle there, I think, Sean. Little bit unfortunate, but it is a penalty. Held up by Dan Murphy. Referee will bring it back for a high tackle, probably on the first one by the looks of it, on Conor Lacey, but I thought Conor put the hand there, but didn't really make any impact. Took it down very quickly. But from a position of authority inside the Skerries 22, when it looked as if we may have got in for another try, the ball is intercepted, and now we're back up with a penalty for Skerries just inside the 10-metre line. Skerries player down injured. Looks like there's no, it's not their scrum half. He's there. Can't see the number who that is. It may be their winger, number 14, Goodman. It's been a lovely afternoon so far in Skerries. A few clouds. There's one big black cloud that myself and Peter are hoping doesn't come this direction.
It's looking a bit daunting, Leo.
It may just blow out to sea. Hopefully. We're right on the coast here. A beautiful location. And now Skerries, with this fantastic 4G pitch, have certainly improved their facilities here at Home Patrick. Paul O'Loughlin has found touch on the 5-metre line. Barnhall repelled the last line out and the last attack in this area. Can we do it again? It's a full man line out. So you'd expect that Skerries, to win this, will go for them all. Fantastic take by the Skerries second row. Woods going himself. Woods is jinking. Tackled by Cahill Duff. Great tackle by Cahill. Needed to make it. Pass out to number 5, Mulvaney. Is he held up over line? Yes, he is. Dan Murphy gets him into touch. So referees decided a penalty. Penalty's taken quickly. Referee says no, we'll bring it back. Yeah, Dan dragged him into touch. You cannot do that anymore. You have to release the tackler. I'd say the referee now is given a warning that they're inside the red zone. The next one will result in a card. There's been a number of penalties there that he may find anymore. That's it. Somebody might be going in the bin. O'Loughlin finds touch 5 metres out. Six-man line out. Overthrown. Dan Jennings. 2 takes at the line out. Don't know if he's ever taken 2 takes in his whole career, but brilliant hands by Dan Jennings. Barnhall now have an opportunity to clear their lines. Tom McKeown looks like he might have got a schmack on the schnauzer.
Might be an improvement, Leo.
Kirsten, that was Peter Black that said that. And that looks like it's half time. So, at the end of an exhilarating 40 minutes of rugby, Barnhall lead this game 21 points to 5. Everybody looks like they're jogging back to halfway. In good fettle, Tom looks to have got over that little knock. Please join us again for the second half, live and exclusive from Home Patrick. We're back in live. Barnhall made a great start to the second half. You haven't missed an awful lot. Great break by Sean Higgins. Lovely hands in the middle of the field. Plays broken up by Skerries. Skerries try and break out of their 22. Apologies there for the slight technical problems at the start of the second half. As we said earlier on, this is our first live YouTube expose. Myself and Mr. Black are doing our damnedest to make sure you can enjoy every minute of this great game of rugby. Number 19 Shane Rogers with a fantastic tackle on one of the Mulvannies. O'Loughlin uses the boot again, slightly off the side of his boot. Conor Lacey goes up into the air. Great take by Lacey. Showed great bravery, getting up high, showing his exploits why he could have been a Meath Gaelic footballer. Skerries have turned the ball back over though, unfortunately. Just inside the 10 metre line. Ball is placed at the back of the ruck. Carried forward by Skerries up to the 10 metre line. Ball is out the back. O'Loughlin uses the boot again, this time to good effect. Lennox past to Finn, back to Lennox. 1-2 in front of the MU Barnhall posts. Penalty advantage, not rolling away, calls the referee. Unfortunately, I think this is only going to end in one outcome, as a yellow card is shown to Owen Quinn, I think. No, to Darren Hudson. Darren has taken one for the team. I heard a call of wrong man. It looked like it was one of the other Barnhall defenders that may have impeded the Skerries player there, not rolling away. They were warned at the end of the first half by the referee. The next one inside the red zone was going to be a yellow card. So Darren has gone off. 10 minutes in the sin bin. Skerries have opted for a scrum in front of the post, 5 metres out. They've made a change at scrum half as well. Number 19 Shane Murphy is on for Rory Woods. 19 Shane Murphy on for Rory Woods. Skerries have a very big blind side to attack here. Their playmaker O'Loughlin is here on the open side, fronted up by Adam Chester, Shane Rogers and Owen Quinn. With Darren in the sin bin, Barnhall are down a defender. So Will Riley will need to be alert to see which way the ball is going. Man on, ball out to the right, tackle and into touch. Conor Lacey put his body on the line, as he always does, to make a great tackle, ably assisted by Sean Higgins. So a line out for Barnhall, 5 metres from their own try line. Still a dangerous attacking position for Skerries. Ball thrown to the back. The reliable Paul Nalty climbed highest to get that. Barnhall start the rolling maul, moving out 10 metres. Will Riley puts boot to the ball, using the elements now. The wind at Barnhall's back for the second half. McKee, full back for Skerries, goes across the field. Barnhall have moved this ball 60 metres down the field. The gain line is now on the 10 metre line. Shane Sweeney came around perfectly legitimately, said the referee. Tackles coming in from Dan Murphy. Dan is back up on his feet again. Ryan Doyle makes a tackle. Actually, Ryan is over this side. Looked like Ryan. Ball's up to halfway. Skerries keeping the ball in hand. Wind is blowing into their face now, so they're trying to build the phases. Ball comes off the head of the second row for Skerries. Ball goes quickly out the back. Adam Chester. Chester to Rogers. Rogers straightens up. Little handoff. Isolated. Skerries, number 3, their prop, Johnny Sherwin. Jackals claims the ball. Penalty for Skerries just outside their 22. Barnhall physio coming on, checking with Ryan Doyle, make sure he's okay. A change for MU Barnhall. Garrett Murray, who we thought was starting today, is now coming on as one of our chosen impact players. And Muzzy tends to make plenty of impacts once he's on the pitch. One of the seasoned veterans of the team is Garrett. A great servant for MU Barnhall down through the years. Was one of the major catalysts to our successful season a couple of years ago when we won Division 2B of the AIL. And straight away he's in, shouting instructions, getting the troops correctly. Knock on in the line out by MU Barnhall. A break here. Ryan Doyle. Ryan on little kick out there by number 20 who didn't like the tackle. It was a seatbelt tackle. It is he knows, and but the reaction by the Skerries player wasn't necessary. No. As my father'd say, sure, he's only a young lad. He's learning, and he will learn from that. He'll know the next time. He'll go down and cut your man in half with a tackle. Barnhall have competed very, very well at line-out time. Nalty again. Brilliant take by Nalty. And that should be a penalty. That was a taken out in the air. Paul Nalty. One of his best games I've seen him play in the last 6 months. Well, it's only his third game, really. But you cannot take the man out in the air, and that's what happened there with the Skerries player. Paul Nalty on a hat-trick. And no better man looking for it either. Adam Chester with a great relieving clearance up to the 10 metre line in the Skerries half. Skerries look a little bit weary. The pep may have gone out of their step. Barnhall need to press home this advantage now. Muzzy with the ball. Good dart to Dan Murphy. Maul set up. Muzzy has it at the back of the line out, at the back of the maul. Will Riley shouting instructions. Will, a native of Portlaoise, one of the newer players on the Barnhall team, only his second season. That should come back now for a penalty for Barnhall, playing advantage. I was saying, Will, I hope his family are looking in from Portlaoise, enjoying the coverage. Portlaoise, all the GA lads down there will be disappointed that they're not going to be winning again this year. Knocked out of the senior championship last week. Adam into the corner, 5 metres. This is a very good platform now for MU Barnhall. And I would nearly bet we could see a rolling maul and a try from Muzzy. So we've gone slightly short. Dan, that had to be taken down. Yes, referee has decided it has been taken down. So it won't be Muzzy. We're over the line. Try is given. And who has come up? It was Muzzy. Well, there we go. So, and I can see now that Barnhall are starting to bring on a couple of subs. We have Ben McCarthy and Connor Turley coming onto the field. So the young and the old. Connor obviously is my favourite son, and Ben McCarthy never listened to me when I was coaching him. So 2 lads could be both my children. So, as predicted, Garrett Muzzy has scored his annual try for MU Barnhall, and now Adam Chester has a chance to extend MU Barnhall's lead. Will Riley holding the ball for him. Adam steadies himself. Director of Rugby Sam Cawley in a great position to see this on its way. Adam steps up. No words. Great kick by Adam. Barnhall now lead 28-5. Bonus point in the bag. About 15 minutes gone in the second half. So I said, Conor Turley is on in the front row for Dan Jennings. Dan, who, having won 2 lineouts, really put in a really good shift. Play on, says the referee. Ryan Doyle, Tom McKeown. Conor Turley with his first carry. Makes good hard yards. Will Riley out the back to Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy, little flick on to Jeff Brooks. Jeff had the ball knocked from his grasp. So a knock on by Skerries, scrum Barnhall. First scrum now with 2 new players in the front row. Garrett Murray at hooker, Conor Turley at tight head. Referee gives his instructions. Will Riley waits. Will Riley. Conor. Scrum has held up very well. Excellent scrum from Barnhall. Adam Chester kicks it down into the 22. Where will this bounce? It looks like it's going to bounce very favourably for Barnhall. Lovely kick from a great scrum by MU Barnhall. Adam Chester orchestrating the backline. All right, should have taken it. Oh, Ben. Are we back, folks? We're back. Sorry, we had a small little technical glitch there. We're unfortunately where we're positioned is not allowing us a lot of electricity to power up the old Commodore PC that Peter has, but we're doing our best here. Okay. In the meantime, Adam Chester converted try number 5, and Skerries have just gone on the attack. They got a penalty for Barnhall being offside. Another good kick by O'Loughlin into the corner. We are probably just coming up to the water break. The score now is 35-5. MU Barnhall, defending their own try line, have stolen the line out. an opportunity to clear their lines with the wind, which I'm sure Will Riley will do. Skerries have counter-rucked, re-won the ball. Referee has his arm out. Penalty advantage to Skerries. Inside 5 metres, out to O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin steps back inside, gives it to Finn. Forward pass referee is called, so we go back for the penalty on the 15-metre line. Referee's asking him, slow down. We've a man down injured. The backfield. The crowd of onlookers up on the wall, who are all supposed to be socially distancing and things like that. I'm sure the COVID officer will be keeping an eye on those things. So, penalty for Skerries. O'Loughlin kicking for touch, finds touch 5 metres out. PJ Harding over there, throwing in the ball, back into play. Well done, PJ. PJ is in his PPE gear for today. Overthrow. Will Riley wins it at the back of the line out. Shane Sweeney on his first start for MU Barnhall's first team with a fantastic carry. Kick by Chester, a little bit shy. McCarthy and Rogers make the tackle. Set up for Skerries. Skerries scrum half. Referee says play on. Referee says play on. Ball was out. Well done. Darren Hudson with a good play. Ryan Doyle pushing back Skerries again. Ball comes this way on the left. Quick hands by Skerries. Owen Quinn in with a tackle. Cleaned out. Skerries player using his feet to control the ball. That's fine. O'Loughlin shouting instructions for Skerries. Tackle in midfield by Conor Turley. Long pass. Nalty is out there. Makes the tackle. Brings the Skerries player to ground. Ball is there. Referee says play on. Skerries looking to move it around. Jenkinson tried to offload it. Couldn't get it away. Again, another good tackle by Turley and Muzzy. Ball is dinked in behind. Owen Quinn gets a nice little shoulder there from Skerries number 20. Scrum half has it. Comes through the middle. The replacement prop is tackled by another debutant for MU Barnhall, Jack Horgan, former Castleknock captain, second row SCT team player. Welcome to senior rugby, Jack. Take your hands off your head. We should be coming up to the water break now pretty soon. Barnhall lead this game 35-5. Scrum for MU Barnhall just inside the Skerries half. Referee has decided we'll have the water break now. There's a Skerries player down injured. We'd like to thank everybody who's been tuning in today. Oh, am I still going? Yeah, I'm still going. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today. It has been our first effort for Tweedledum and Tweedledee here. I hope you're enjoying it. It certainly has been a fantastic performance by the boys in blue. And I know a lot of parents, wives, brothers, sisters, children would love to be here today. This is for you guys so that you can see everybody playing.
I'll give a great shout out to the Buffaloes watching from home today.
And also to the Minis. It was great to have the Minis back in the club today. The guys that were in Dublin for the last 3 weeks when they were in their lockdown. We have nearly 1,000 members in the club and we are only going from strength to strength. And on that note, I'd like to congratulate Jerry Nyland on his elevation to MU Senior President last night at our Zoom meeting AGM, where we passed a new constitution for the club, and we had Declan Coonahan stepping away as president after a longer stint than he thought. But Declan had been a tremendous ambassador for the club over the last, I think it must have been nearly 18 months or 16 months anyway. And the big shout out to Mr. Eddie Fitzgerald. Eddie is also taking, I'd say he's taking a back seat, but it's like taking a back seat in a Mercedes. He's not taking it in a Mini. He's going to be just always around for us. I hope you're enjoying today, Eddie. Certainly you've been Mr. Barnhall for a long time, and long may that continue. So, we're just about to restart here now. We hope that our battery life is going to last till the end of the game.
I don't think it is, Leo, but we'll give it as much as we can.
35-5. I can safely predict and say that Barnhall will win this game. You will not get a shock in the next 20 minutes if we did happen to cut off. Next week we're at home to Wanderers.
And we'll have full power next week.
We'll have full power from Parsonstown next weekend. Strong scrum from Barnhall. Will Riley out to Hudson, out the back to Chester, out to Higo. Sean Higgins passes it on, out to Ben McCarthy. Owen Quinn is in for the second try of the second half. A great set play by MU Barnhall. Through all the hands, Sean Higgins getting the final pass to Ben McCarthy, and Ben McCarthy doing what he does and has done for a long time, setting up an easy try for Owen Quinn. Barnhall now hit 40 points for the first time this season and are well on our way to victory in this fixture, in what has been a great day for rugby on a great surface. Adam Chester again standing over this conversion. Adam has been 100% today with all these kicks. It must be the influence of Sam Cawley. Sam, one of the greatest kickers in the game down through the years. Formerly of New York and Sligo. Adam Chester steps up. And I put the kibosh on him. So, there goes the 100% record. Knowing Adam Chester, he will be a little bit upset about that. Skerries have decided to change the point of their attack. Replacement out half is in. A dainty little kick into the hands of Shane Sweeney. Shane sets up the ruck. Adam Chester, boot to ball again. Kick into the 22 over the head of the fullback. McKay looking back. It's going to bounce out over the dead ball line, so we'll be going all the way back for a scrum for Skerries. Just a little bit too much beef on that from Adam. And it gives Skerries an attacking scrum on the 10 metre line, about 25 metres in from this near touchline. Jack Horgan down at 6. Number 8. Powerful scrum from Barnhall. Scrum, referee decides it came back out the channel, which is correct. So, with the exception of one Garrett Murray, we have a very young pack out there for Barnhall right now, and an average age, I would imagine, closer to 21 than Muzzy's age. Paul Nalty's still there, packing down on the open side. Shane Sweeney at number 8. Again, push. Turley and Muzzy. Turnover. Scrum 1. Shane Sweeney. Out to Chester. Chester out to Darren Hudson. Darren, the orchestrator of many of Barnhall's attacks. Goes to Rogers. He drives forward. Chester again. The front row are out here. There's Muzzy, there's Turley, there's Brooks. They're hungry for the ball, and unfortunately, turnover, holding on. Dan Murphy. His cleaners weren't there for him, So therefore, once the Skerries guys latch on, they're perfectly entitled to get their penalty.
The yellow cards back on, Leo. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, Peter, that was last week. Darren Hudson returned about 15 minutes ago, yes. So,
45.
some of MU Barnhall's coaches were only allotted 40 passes for the day under government guidelines. But I hope everyone is really enjoying the rugby that's being played. McCarthy makes a great tackle. Skerries' man had a 4-on-1 situation and he butchered it. Out the back. Number 7, Finn, who has been one of Skerries' outstanding players today. It's gone out the back. Turley has to make the tackle, does make the tackle. Dan Murphy gets in, gets the interception, breaks it back. It's gone backwards. Barnhall have it. Turley and Murphy. Excellent defensive work. Will Riley slices it a little bit down the middle of the park. McKee gets the ball now, attacking down this left side. Shane Sweeney, ankle tackle, brilliant tackle by Shane. Oh, Adam Chester, very unlucky. Barnhall have won it back. No, he was in under the posts. Adam was in under the posts. If that had gone to hand, went backwards. A little knock on them by MU Barnhall, and we have a scrum in the middle of the field. Referees stop the clock so that one of the MU Barnhall players can put on his boot, and it is Paul Nalty who won't get his hat-trick. He's been taken off the field, having played, as I said earlier, one of his best games in a long time. Certainly a contender for man of the match today. He's been replaced on the flank by Cathal Duff. Cathal, an accomplished minute hurler, as well as being a strong all-round rugby player. Jack Horgan packs down at number 8 for this scrum. And again, Barnhall, well, Will Riley takes a quick. Very, very strong scrum by Barnhall. Sean Higgins, that lazy style of running by Sean. Tackled strongly by Skerries, and a slight knock on in the tackle. Scrum for Skerries, just inside their 22. Can't be too much left in it, Peter. We're coming up to the last 5 or 10 minutes, I'd say. The Barnhall players would love this to keep going, especially when you're on top and they're all anxious to get a couple of scores.
Yeah, considering how much time we had off with the lockdown and everything, the more time they can be on the pitch and scoring tries, the better.
Everybody adhering to the guidelines, everybody looking after each other, except on the pitch where these lads are out in a war. Ball's played out the back. Skerries try to get it up to the 22. Ball's played back. The replacement out half. High ball. Sean Higgins underneath it. Well taken by Sean. Into the tackle. Rolls back. Places the ball. Will Riley out the back. Muzzy takes it up into contact. Ryan Doyle latched on. Much better play by Barnhall. And with that, goes out the back door. Shane Sweeney set up again by Darren Hudson. Darren placed it back. Will Riley on the ball. Adam Chester out to Jeff Brooks. Jeff Brooks makes a fantastic step inside, picked up by Chester. Will Riley tries to get it out the back door. Referee says play on. Jeff Brooks again. Unfortunately, the referee did see a little bit knock on. It may have been the touch judge over this side or the assistant referee who said it. But anyway, Jeff Brooks involved a couple of times there. Jeff is like the Duracell bunny. Loads of energy. Just loves to get onto the team, onto the ball.
Former club player of the year.
And a great man for a yarn.
He does love to talk. The ear off you on the team bus.
Barnhall have been dominating these scrums in this last quarter. Skerries will look to try and get this out as quick as they can. Barnhall put the push on again, put the squeeze on the ball. Oh, Skerries kick it back to them. Thank you very much, Skerries. Jack Horgan, where Barnhall get the penalty. Shane Sweeney was away. So, total dominance by Barnhall in the scrum, and they go for the line out. Targets will be Ryan Doyle and Dan Murphy. Muzzy will continue at hooker for this.
It's great to see the development of our under-20s players into senior players. It says a lot for the club and the development of it.
Well, it does indeed. You've got Conor Turley, who would have came through the ranks. You have Muzzy, who came through the ranks. You have Ryan Doyle. You have Sean Higgins, all former minis and youths in Barnhall. So Barnhall are on a roll here, looking for their 7th try. It has stalled, and everybody seems to be looking at things. And now we have a penalty. A penalty for holding on, which is slightly unusual in a maul situation. Anyway, referee has made his mind up. And the ball is not in touch. Oh, no, it is. Will Riley, 19 years of age, with the hair of Shane Byrne. One 5-man line out called. Referee says play on. We've it all sorted out. Ball is up. Well taken at the back of the scrum. Dan's lifters let him down. I think Dan Murphy could be a little bit hurt there. Maybe nothing too serious. Skerries have retained possession from the line out. Looking to break it out. Finn, who's been definitely Skerries' best player today, breaks out. Bring it up to halfway. Ball quick out the back. Skerries look, and Chester has now intercepted. Adam Chester, a race to the line. Should get there. And has. Try for Adam Chester. No! Oh, the referee says he knocked it on as he was putting it down. Would have thought that maybe the ground had caused that knock on. Not too much complaints from Adam yet. He's going back, the head is down a little bit, just a bit unfortunate that he wasn't in for the try. I think his good mate Conor Lacey is no longer out there. Conor's gone off, so a brand new backline now for MU Barnhall. Ben McCarthy at fullback, Sean Higgins on the left wing, Rogers in the centre, and Owen Quinn on the right wing. Scrum for Skerries, 5 metres out, defending their own line. Barnhall putting serious pressure on them. They're gone back over their own line. Should be a Barnhall scrum. No, said it was just before the line. Barnhall have got a try.
That was very clever play.
Adam Chester has just got one of the most outrageous tries. The ball was out of the ruck on the far side of the try line, and Adam, very alert, put his hand down and scored the try that he should have scored a second ago.
Yeah.
Well done, Adam. Very, very clever play. Knew the laws, executed them, and got a great try. That brings Barnhall up over 40 points. 45 with the conversion to come. We've often heard the expression, blow it up, ref. But I think these guys want to keep playing. They look energised. And a special shout out to all the relatively newbies. Conor Turley, Ryan Doyle, Jack Horgan, Shane Sweeney. Well, no, Shane, this is Shane's first
Seniors,
yeah. But the newbies on the seniors.
Yeah, you're dead right.
And then, of course, you've got the experience of Muzzy and McCarthy in there as well. So
Lucky not to get the conversion.
conversion missed. Score stays at
45.
45-5. Darren Hudson instructing his teammates where to go. I think Darren is acting captain on the field now. Tom has gone off. Adam Chester, right footed.
Not getting much sleep these days becoming a new daddy.
Long clearance from Adam Chester with his right boot, 60 metres down the field. Sets up another attacking platform for MU Barnhall. Another shout out for one of our new executive members, but one of the hard working guys in MU Barnhall, Anto Larkin,
Well done, Anto.
onto the executive. He loves a good committee, does Anto.
Oh,
Dan Murphy rises to the sky, ably assisted by his lifters. Turnover, MU Barnhall. Out the back, Chester. Darren Hudson, short ball, out to Rogers. Rogers steps inside. Good feet by Shane Rogers. Clean out, coming now. Oh, okay. Skerries turn over the ball, got their hands onto the ball. Referees decided I'm giving a penalty. No, the decision is made. Like it or lump it. And there's the ball coming this way, but there's a line out now for Skerries as we enter the last few minutes. Jack Horgan doing what he's been doing for the last 3 or 4 seasons. Getting out to the pitch of the ball at the front of the line out. Scrum or line out, the option call. I think after their last few scrummages, I don't think Skerries will be looking to have a scrum against our pack right now. So, line out, Skerries. Just outside the 22. Horgan again, alert. Good take by Jenkinson, the number 8 for Skerries. Short ball into the middle to Mulvaney. Back out the back. Barnhall pressing up. Tackle by Chester. Held up in the middle of the park. Ball is held up. Now he's down to ground. Tackle made. Skerries out the back. Woods is back on it, number 9. Nearly another interception. Pressure by Higgins has resulted in a turnover and a scrum for Barnhall. Great pressure. Again, this line out was about 5 metres outside the 22. Skerries went all the way across the pitch. Ended up losing 5 yards. Net gain for Barnhall. Now as we're entering into the final stages, it's a great opportunity for MU Barnhall to get another try. Will we see Quinn getting a hat-trick? Will we see Rogers get his first try for MU Barnhall? Will Riley is over this. The scrum is set. Skerries put a little bit of a push on. Riley has it out the back. Chester short. In comes Sean Higgins. Penalty advantage to MU Barnhall. Out the back. Chester is in again. Adam Chester with his second try of the half. Sean Higgins.
Dolph, as they call him.
Who?
Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, Shane. Or Sean.
Sean, yeah.
Sean. A product of Ryvale Lawns and Leakslip. A great all-round sportsman. Has made the centre position on MU Barnhall's senior team this year and has certainly justified his selection. Conversion here for Adam Chester. A similar position where he scored a conversion in the first half, in off the post. MU Barnhall have now hit 50 points. Head coach Adrian Flavin will be delighted with that. along ably assisted by David Stewart and Owen O'Sullivan. Adam steps up. Adam kicks and just outside the right hand post. Referee says we'll continue on. Skerries boys just getting a little bit agitated. They were more concerned about where the ball was, even though there was a ball on the field for them to start the game. Kicked into the Barnhall 22. Darren Hudson looks up, right footed, deep into the Skerries half. Skerries decide to kick and chase. Owen Quinn is underneath this. Owen Quinn, ball in two hands, runs into contact. Darren Hudson again, switches with Ben McCarthy. McCarthy out this side to Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy onto Jack Horgan. Jack Horgan pins his ears back. Back inside to McCarthy. McCarthy, will he give it inside to Chester for the hat-trick? Chester had the post at his beck and call, ran into contact and unfortunately turned over the ball. Referee says play on. Skerries take it quick, trying to put something respectable on the scoreboard before full-time whistle. Yeah, I think that's what the referee is saying. Little dink forward. Across comes Lacey. Lacey's back on there for Sean Higgins, who went off with a little knock. Will Riley out this side. Jeff Brooks. Jeff